Urgent Washington Commanders fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Washington Commanders updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, folks, today we're diving into some serious news that could shake up the Washington Commanders roster as we inch closer to the 2025 NFL season. Yes, you heard that right. The Commanders, a team that's been building momentum over the past few seasons, are now heavily involved in some strategic player negotiations and trade talks that could set the tone for their entire year. And trust me, this isn't just your average roster shuffle. We're talking about potential game changers, players who could elevate the team from a solid squad to a real playoff contender. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty of what's happening behind the scenes, let me give you a quick overview of the team's current situation. The Commanders have been steadily improving, especially on the defensive side of the ball, but they've still got some gaps to fill, particularly in their offensive line and in the playmaking positions. The management, led by their front office, knows that to compete with the best in the league, they need to make bold moves, especially with the trade deadline looming. That's when things tend to heat up, and the teams that are aggressive often land the biggest names and turn their seasons around. Right now, the buzz in NFL circles is that the Commanders are zeroing in on two key trade targets. These players could make a huge difference, and the team is working hard behind the scenes to bring them into the fold before the deadline passes. The first player on their radar is a seasoned veteran, someone who's been around the league for years and has a reputation for being versatile and clutch. This veteran is known for his ability to play multiple positions, which makes him incredibly valuable in today's NFL where flexibility is everything. He's a leader on and off the field, a player who can mentor the younger guys and provide that steadying presence in critical moments. This veteran has a proven track record, folks. He's been part of playoff teams, has made big plays in crucial moments, and brings a level of professionalism that can elevate the entire locker room. His experience could be exactly what the Commanders need to add some stability and leadership to a team that's been on the rise but still needs that extra push to really contend in the NFC. And let's not forget, having a veteran presence can be instrumental in close games, especially late in the season when every play counts. Now, moving on to the second target, this one is a rising star, a player who has been turning heads with his explosive talent and impressive performances in recent seasons. This young athlete is known for his blazing speed, agility, and a knack for making highlight reel plays. If you've been following the NFL over the past year or two, you've probably seen this guy electrify defenses with his quick cuts, deep catches, or game-changing runs. His ability to make big plays is exactly what the Commanders need to inject some fresh energy into their offensive schemes or even on defense, depending on where he's best utilized. What makes this player so intriguing is his potential. He's still relatively young, but he's already showing signs of being a difference maker at the NFL level. For a team like the Commanders, which is aiming to make a push into the playoffs and beyond, adding a dynamic playmaker like him could be the spark that ignites the offense. Think about the possibilities: stretching the field, creating mismatches, and forcing defenses to stay honest. This kind of talent could open up the entire playbook for quarterback Sam Howell, giving him more options and creating additional opportunities for the offense to thrive. Now, of course, bringing in any player via trade involves negotiations, and with the deadline approaching rapidly, the Commanders' front office is working tirelessly to strike deals that benefit the team without giving up too much in return. The management is carefully evaluating how each player will fit into their overall strategy. Will the veteran bring leadership and stability? Will the young star add the flash and explosiveness they need? These are the questions they're asking themselves as they weigh the potential impact of each move. This period is always nerve-wracking for fans because you never know how things will turn out until the deal is done, or if it's even done at all. But the signs point to the Commanders being quite serious about bolstering their roster. They've been active in discussions, and sources close to the team suggest that negotiations are heating up. It's a delicate balance, though, because giving up too much in trades can backfire, but standing still might leave gaps that opponents will exploit. The excitement among the fanbase is palpable. People are already dreaming about how these new players could change the dynamics of the team. Imagine the possibilities. These additions could give the Commanders that extra edge in key matchups, especially in the NFC where every game is critical. With teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys always lurking at the top, Washington knows they need to be at their best, and sometimes that means making bold, decisive moves. But let's take a moment here to reflect on the bigger picture. The Commanders have been building towards something significant. Over the past few seasons, they've been laying the groundwork with a promising young roster, a solid coaching staff led by head coach Ron Rivera, and a vision to finally return to the postseason consistently. The team's recent draft picks, development of young players like Sam Howell, and strategic free agent acquisitions have all been steps in that direction. Now, with the trade deadline approaching, it's clear they're trying to put the finishing touches on a roster that, if managed correctly, could have a real shot at contending in 2025. And let's not forget the history of the franchise. The Washington Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins, have a storied past filled with legendary players, iconic moments, and a passionate fanbase. While they've faced their share of ups and downs over the years, the core of this team remains hungry for success. The recent years have been about rebuilding and retooling, and these trade talks are just the latest chapter in that ongoing story. Fans are eager to see if the front office can pull off these deals and create a roster that can finally live up to the franchise's proud legacy. As we look ahead, the upcoming weeks will be crucial. The NFL trade deadline is a busy time, filled with rumors, negotiations, and sometimes surprises. Teams like the Commanders who are in the playoff hunt are especially active, trying to identify those key pieces that can make all the difference. And given the competitive nature of the NFC, every move counts. The Commanders have the talent and the potential, they just need those last pieces to come together. Now, folks, it's also important to think about how these moves could impact the team chemistry and locker room atmosphere. Bringing in a veteran can boost morale, but it also requires integration and adjustment. Similarly, adding a young, explosive talent can energize the entire squad, but it also means more opportunities for him to develop and grow into a leadership role. The coaching staff and front office will have to manage these dynamics carefully, making sure that the new additions fit seamlessly into the team's culture and long-term plans. And for us, the fans, the excitement is only just beginning. We're all eagerly watching the news, waiting for official announcements, and speculating about how these trades will shape the season. There's a real sense of anticipation in the air because Washington has always been a team that can surprise you. The potential is there, the talent is in place, and now it's about making those final strategic moves that could set the course for a successful 2025 campaign. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on these trade rumors? Do you think bringing in this veteran will solidify the defense or add leadership in the locker room? Are you excited about the young star's potential to electrify the offense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this franchise. Remember, this is a team built on passion and resilience, and every move is part of their journey to greatness. As we wrap up for today, just keep in mind that the coming weeks will be critical. The Commanders are making bold moves, and if everything falls into place, we could be witnessing a team reborn, ready to compete at the highest level. The NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so exciting, right? One day, your team is just okay, and the next, they're making headlines with game-changing trades and performances. That's the beauty of football, and that's why we love this team so much. So, stay tuned, stay hyped, and keep supporting the Washington Commanders. I'll be right here with all the latest updates, analysis, and insider info as the trade deadline approaches and beyond. Thanks for being part of this journey with me, and as always, let's keep the faith. The future looks bright, and with these potential additions, the Commanders could be set for something special in 2025. Until next time, fellow fans, stay loud, stay proud, and let's go Commanders! And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.